Good morning to October 1, and good morning to the fourth quarter, and good morning to the earnings season starting next week, and good morning, MMTs, to the super gap, to the fourth quarter, to the great resolutions in Spain. Yeah, right. So we got Google gap of $5. We got the Apple of $4. We've got CRDN a gap of 10.50, and this is just a list that goes down to the QQQ, the bull, and GOLD, and this is the Nasdaq pre-market, and we're going to open up in about 22 minutes to this fourth quarter. With major earnings, you had the Chinese PMI wasn't good, and some of the trades that we'll be featuring on is where these trades hit support, such as the Apples being sold down. You got Priceline that's entering the gap here now, up $1.68. Amazon is in here with the gap open up as well. And one thing that I can say is we're going to be range bound in this starting fourth quarter day, because all the economic data is the worst data that we've ever had. They bucked the trend. They didn't sell in the September, like September's act. People were chasing performance, but now we're starting October, and October can replace September. We will find out. We did hit our targets on lots of key indexes, and we'll talk about them throughout the day. So once again, we have a super gap right here on Google, and we have a super gap right here on Apple, and the Dow futures are up 73 handles. Okay, Microsoft was downgraded. You got the S&P and pre-market up 6.5, and the Dow 73. And we'll get to the Nasdaq futures are up 16 handles on this Monday morning. And it's all contributed to Spain and a lot of that European news that was out last week. And last week, they were taking a little bit of profit ending the quarter. Now they're starting the new fourth quarter. So earnings season is going to be upon us. We're going to be range-bound trading going into these things. The month of October, as you see it now on October 1. As we go through this whole calendar month, you're going to see a lot of volatility. And you have the elections. Trade management, we're going to be shorting this Baidu again. In the bull run, this one was downgraded. We'll wait for it to come up to like around 115.90, maybe 116.50. They run it up to a lower high, and we'll look for the reversals here on this name. And we'll use the put options on that name. On these other names, we're going to use the 750 call for intraday. We'll use the 760 put. So the way that Google started to trade for the first time last week, it started having both price volatility, meaning that once it did hit the resistance levels, you were getting these $7 and $8 intraday pullbacks, and that the call side would peak and then come down in value, but the put side had some pretty good gains in it as well. So both on the call and put side, will remain to trade both sides of these markets, and we will use this $5 gap open, and we will take a look at that wall of resistance. 764 is a 52-week high range on it. We'll see if it breaks it. On the other hand, this name here trades a certain way going into its earnings October 15th, and that's Apple, and it's been sold down. It got down to that 660 area. We shorted it at 705 all the way down there, started buying right around that 660 area because that's where the bottom is in the short term. So I have a 665 call here. I've got a 670 call for intraday, and we will be monitoring also the 675 put on Apple. So when Apple wants to have its pullback intraday, we make gains there as well. On part of the other front, we'll continue to look and see how some of these names trade, such as the CMG that hit our price target of 351, came all the way down to 312. Made very good trades on that Friday using the 310 calls, which we will continue to do. That's going to be this one right here, and that's a weekly contract now, 10.5 of, and this is a 310 call. So I will give out some limit orders here. We stole the last one, and we'll do it again. As far as some of the other higher beta names go and the way the fourth quarter is going to start, we will do them individually throughout the trading day. Okay. We will be taking a look at Amazon, of course. Priceline has had a range. We've had shorts right below $650, and it's come down. So I'll be doing a call site on this one where it hits its lower support. It had great ranges last week and the week before, and therefore we will continue to look at that name. And we'll take a look at some of the names that report earnings and how they trade going into their earnings season kickoff. So you got fourth quarter kickoff today, and then you're going to have earnings season kickoff the following Monday. So it's 10/1 right now. So this next following Monday is when that kickoff, 1 week from today, will be going in full swing. So once again, a lot of these names are going to be range bound. The bull that's underperformed the year massively, meaning, what do I mean by that? All the mutual fund managers sitting on the sideline. You got one outperforming, mutual hedge fund managers as well. They're trying to play catch up. That's what fuels these bull rallies, is that these people were not involved in June when the rally started, when we called for it. So those fund managers and QE3, everything alike, is now, how does this year close out? And what is this fourth quarter really going to mean to the bull? We've had a very high frequency tape that people cannot understand. It's one of the most hated rallies on Wall Street, believe it or not. Go look up your numbers about bull rallies. They hate this one. But the bull has always been irrational exuberant. They can never love it enough. We love it. Whatever the price goes, we go. If it goes up, we go up. If it goes down, we go down. So what? But for the public, they can't figure this part of it out. They need the training that we have. Now, high-frequency models will be kicking in full swing starting this first quarter. What we're going to be capping is that precise resistance and support and consolidation intraday, and how these names start to set up in the fourth quarter from, some of them are overbought ranges. The broader market is totally got full octane bull in it, meaning that the bull side of the trend is in play. It's not the bear side as it once was. We've done enough buying on low volume over the summer to raise it up to those categories and those levels of readings, and that's what they are, and that's what we stick by until further notice. So therefore, we're starting the first quarter out, fourth quarter, and it's pre-market futures, and we got earnings, and you have the bull in here, and it's about that money on the sideline. On the good quality names is when those stocks pull back or do have any volatility in the overall bull cycle, even in the earnings, when they come down and hit those lower dips in price volatility, that bull is sitting on the sideline. They got to play catch up at the end of the year. So bad news can still continue to convert into higher gains, as we've seen all summer, and the recent economic data is about as worse as you could get it around the world. Don't be fooled. However, they've got full injection, they got full QE3, they're bidding that bull up, they're using various financial instruments to get prices to go higher. Never fight a trend. So, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, both, we are starting off the fourth quarter MMTs. It's the first day of October 1 of 2012 with a Super Gap Monday, and we're going to take a look and see if these names sell into gaps right away, and what side of the market is our first transaction at the wholesale prices, whether it's a call side or a put side or short or long in the equity, doesn't matter to us. Once again, we will be featuring our short trade of the week right here. Baidu, intraday, makes great money. So we have great possibilities. That's one of the things that we love about these markets. We're going to open up in 12 minutes. We wish the rest of the world and the rest of the trading community, whatever level part of that community, whether you're just a small trader or mutual fund manager, or hedge fund manager, anyone, we wish you all a good fourth quarter, one way or the other. I would be very careful about the earnings season and everything that we've forecasted. If they want to continue to take the bad news and put electronic buy scripts in the futures and other various parts of the market, then they can do so and we'll take them higher. They're going to be range bound, most of them, going into the October reporting session. A lot of times stocks are bid up before they drop going into earnings. A lot of times equities can be sold down going into an earnings and then they pop. There are a lot of variables that happen, and all the more reason why you should be here.